The long-awaited open-world game set in the Harry Potter universe is now out, and it's titled Hogwarts Legacy. Set many years before the novel's events, there will be no students or professors that fans have come to know over the years, but it appears to provide a fresh new place to discover the legendary wizarding school, Hogwarts. Hello and welcome to the League of Gamers. Join our channel by hitting subscribe and clicking the bell icon to be notified every time we upload a new video. It's been a while since the last official Harry Potter game was released on consoles, but we'll be able to play Hogwarts Legacy, a magical action role-playing game. An open-world role-playing game in a magical universe allows players to live out their greatest dream through a creative tale. Developed by Avalanche Software and released by Warner Bros. Interactive under the Portkey Games label, Hogwarts Legacy is a role-playing action game rooted in the wizarding world. The game has been in development for some years, but information about it is still limited. Nonetheless, we've rounded up everything that there is to know about the game. So sit tight and enjoy watching. The gameplay. Avalanche describes Hogwarts Legacy as an immersive, open-world action RPG. Whether or not the immersive element is significant, it seems like you'll be able to freely explore Hogwarts and other familiar locales while upgrading and creating your student. When you play Hogwarts Legacy as an open-world RPG, you're supposed to take control of your own journey in the wizarding world, where you may play as whichever kind of witch or wizard you choose. Although we still don't see any details as to whether or not you can customize your character's appearance, a spill from a studio insider suggested that body type, voice, and gender description will all be up to the player, in an aim to generate a game as inclusive to as many as possible. As a Hogwarts pupil, you'll be able to hone your magical abilities in order to learn spells and fighting skills by casting spells, crafting potions, and taming fascinating animals. Players will also face tasks and circumstances that'll force them to make tough decisions and decide what they stand for. You won't simply be touring Hogwarts since it's an open-world adventure. Forbidden Forest and Hogsmeade Village are among the new and familiar places you'll encounter. When it comes to the different activities you'll be doing in its open-world environment, Hogwarts Legacy is jam-packed with tasks and events you'll meet along the way. These will put your morals to the test, so it's up to you to determine how to handle each circumstance. You will not have to face all of the hazards of your adventure alone. While it is a single-player game with no multiplayer feature that we are aware of so far, you'll be able to choose partners who will assist you in facing your opponents. On top of that, you'll be able to choose your Hogwarts house when you start the game, as more information will be disclosed soon. Hogwarts Legacy Story. According to the Warner Bros. FAQ support website, Hogwarts Legacy will not be a straight copy of the books or films, but it will be moored in Wizarding World lore. While it will remain loyal to the Harry Potter world, you will not see Harry, Ron, or Hermione in this experience, since you'll be playing as a student at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry around the 1800s. You embark on a treacherous adventure to learn the secret reality of the wizarding world hundreds of years before Harry Potter was born. Hogwarts Legacy will depend mainly on players' choices, enabling them to choose whether to use their great talents for the benefit of the world or give in to more evil ambitions in Hogwarts Legacy. The game will reportedly feature a customizable avatar who has discovered an old secret that has the ability to ruin the planet. After being admitted late to Hogwarts, the player will learn that they have a considerably higher grasp of ancient magic than the majority of their peers. It's difficult to say what the final outcome will be, but it might be a big open world with many side missions. Hogwarts Legacy setting. Players will be able to explore a wide range of fascinating aspects about Hogwarts in Hogwarts Legacy. The game takes place in the 1800s, and the player's trip might last several years. As well as familiar characters and settings, the game will transport players beyond the walls of Hogwarts as well. If you ask me, I want to see Diagon Alley, the place where Harry got his wand at the start. Visiting places like these in a virtual world would be like entering a wonderful realm, especially when the design and music are perfectly suitable. According to the game's developer, Hogwarts is intended to represent a central hub, where players can freely roam and interact with numerous different non-playable characters. As a result of its unique atmosphere, Harry Potter has become a global hit. It's going to take a lot of work for Hogwarts Legacy to create that wholesome and wonderful experience. What locations are included in Hogwarts Legacy? Hogwarts Legacy may not have many known faces owing to the historical period in which it is situated, but it looks like we may expect some familiar locations. Considering it's an open-world game, there's bound to be a lot to discover both within and outside the castle. First is the Hogwarts Castle. As students, you'll be spending a lot of time around Hogwarts Castle. The introduction trailer gave us a nice look at the enormous Great Hall as well as the familiar facade. The next place will be the Hogsmeade. The neighboring village of Hogsmeade is also mentioned in the first trailer, so we can probably anticipate unwinding after courses in some of the local shops. Lastly is the Forbidden Forest. The teaser shows us a journey into the Forbidden Forest where a student battles the mysterious evil wizards of Hogwarts Legacy. Release date. Although Hogwarts Legacy was originally stated to be launched sometime in 2021, it has been delayed until 2022. Ultimately, this is done in order to make the game the greatest it can be. The game will be available on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and PC. Hogwarts Legacy's graphical changes between PS5 and Xbox Series X have yet to be verified, but it's reasonable to presume that the PS5 and Xbox Series X versions will appear better. Avalanche Software is responsible for the game's development, while Warner Bros. Games is involved with its publishing. It's a significant leap for Avalanche Software, which previously worked on Cars 3: Driven to Win. As of now, Warner Bros. Has confirmed their attendance at E3, although both Hogwarts Legacy and Suicide Squad will not be on display. Hogwarts Legacy might be delayed until next year. Sony may be holding a huge event this year, and the Game Awards might be a suitable place for the game to make an appearance. Otherwise, that leaves little area for it to appear. J.K. Rowling's involvement. It's no secret that many longtime Harry Potter fans weren't thrilled with J.K. Rowling's transphobic remarks on social media, and pondered if they should support the upcoming game. However, the game has sparked tremendous fan reactions on social media since its release, and those sentiments have extended to its life. As a Harry Potter game, it keeps its uniqueness while being recognizable to fans of the series. In answer to the query, Warner Bros. Dedicated a section in the game's FAQ stating that while J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, was not involved in the production of the future game, her amazing work is the basis of this project and the concept. Your curiosity in Hogwarts Legacy is no doubt growing. Hopefully, we'll be able to find out more about this in the future. But that's it for now. And while you're waiting, why don't you think about the character you are planning to create in Hogwarts Legacy? If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for stopping by.